And we are live. Hi, everybody out there in Facebook and YouTube land. We're here hanging out. So we're going to give this about 5 minutes till we actually start the class. So Lady Sekhet and I, we're going to hang out and talk. Really, Lady Sekhet, you should change your name on your screen to Sekhet and not Jin. I just noticed that.
How do you do that?
Click on...
I think I have to back out.
No, go down to your bottom where your camera is on the bottom. And there's 3 little dots, and there's an edit name button in there.
Oh.
Actually, I can do it. Hold on, I can do it.
I can do it. I figured it out.
God, too late. Already did it. Bam.
What? Oh.
Fixed it.
You're fast.
I know. Keyboards, man. That's what I do for a living. Hello, Kisa. Hello, Catherine. Everybody joining. Oh. Yeah. All right. So make sure I've got all my buttons set up tonight. So that's there. That's there. Cool. All right. We're showing 801. Oh, that's adorable. So yeah, when I decided to do this class, I was like, who's going to do this? Wait, I know somebody. Hold on. This is an Egyptian game. I need to find an Egyptian. Done. And you're the only actual Egyptian persona I know. I know there are others in the world, but you're the only one that I know personally. So it was an easy choice.
Thank you. Thank you. I'm honored.
I like having fun people on to do fun things. So I've been trying to plan out these What You Playing Wednesdays. I was like, okay, I'm doing this game. Who does that game remind me of? Like, who can I call for that? Throwing random things.
I thought I put you to bed. Go away.
Hello, small child.
Hi.
Hi.
Goodbye. Do I need to lock it too? Good night. Good night. Good night.
Oh, kids are fun. We will let Sekhet deal with her child. All right. Make sure I've got everything pulled up. Oh, I see comments. Sorry. Oh. Yeah, she just chucked Anubis. She's like, we don't need Anubis anymore. It's fine. Just tossed him back in the room.
Sorry.
It's okay. No, you're good. We were just discussing you chucking your Anubis across the room. It was funny.
Entertainment for tonight.
There you go. I was like, we're just gonna kill that camera. Let Sekhet deal with her child for a minute, and we'll bring her back. There's something about Egyptian mythology of sacrificing your firstborn. You're right. Just pitch it in the volcano. You're good. Oh, kids are fun. All right, 2 more minutes. See, those of you watching this live on Facebook, all 3 of you are getting to enjoy the hilarity that is the pre-show waiting. All the people on YouTube aren't going to get to enjoy this later, so.
Oh.
So I go in and trim all this off. So all this is going to get trimmed, so don't worry about that. This gets trimmed off on YouTube. I mean, Facebook is there forever because I can't trim the Facebook, but at least the YouTube it does. So. Oh, that's funny. I can hear myself talking in the other room. Let me fix that. Because the girls put the stream up on TV in the living room, and it's loud enough that I could surround sound. I can hear it in my office.
Oh, we're on TV.
Well, we're on my TV in my living room, like like they throw the computer screen up on the TV.
Oh, that's neat.
Yeah. We're not on actual TV. I mean, we're on a TV. We might go on other TVs. Don't get nervous. It's fine. Nobody's watching.
Okay.
That's why I always have to tell Helga when we do our book reviews, because she gets nervous on camera. I was like, nobody's watching, Helga. It's fine. Nobody cares. This is just us talking. It's fine. You know, we have like 15, 16 people watching at a time. No, nobody's watching. It's cool.
Well, I've gotten used to doing lives a little bit.
Right. Yeah. Well, it's easier when it's you know, just you talking and just hanging out. Like you get used to the camera after a while. That's what I've got used to, just kind of chatting and like killing time. So, all right, 1 more minute, then I'm going to push the fancy buttons and we'll get going. Where's that open? There we go. And I'm going to let you introduce yourself so I don't butcher your name. So, because I will butcher your name. As a herald, it's my job to butcher names, but I do it. So, all right, you ready? You ready? Ready?
I'll try.
All right. Good evening, everyone out there in Facebook and YouTube land. It is I, Lord Kalbardr Geiler, companion of the Meridian Cross, companion of the Argent Lamp, Osprey, and Reaper, coming to you live from the Barony of the Osprey on the southern coast of Meridies. And tonight, we are doing What You Play in Wednesdays. We're going to be covering a game every week. It's a new sort of series, I guess, of getting some game classes covered. It was a good way for me to put these on the calendar. So each week's going to be a different game. Tonight we're doing Senet, and I am joined by an amazing, amazing person who fits the topic of Senet being an Egyptian game, Lady Sekhet. Introduce yourself. Tell us all about you, who you are, what you do.
I am Lady Sekhet, Nanefrempe. I reign from the Middle Kingdom of Alexandria, Egypt. And that is what I play as the SCA persona. And we live in Florida, of course, so Egyptian is a great persona for the South.
Yes, Roman, Egyptian, all those are, less clothes, billowy things. It makes amazing. They say everybody in Meridies goes Roman in the summer because it is just too dang hot. So.
I do too.
All right, so what we're going to do is I'm going to go over the sort of rules and some of the background, and then we're going to play some. So I'm going to throw the screen up first, and I will let Lady Sekhet have some alone time in the backstage area. Oh, let me go right there. Okay. So a couple of caveats first. My classes are all focused on, or at least these how to play classes are focused on the game itself and less on the historical aspects. I am going to cover some of the history and some of the rules variations, but not heavily into any of the archaeological finds or any of that stuff. So just like that caveat. Second caveat, I am giving a set of rules, or actually in this case, 2 sets of rules, and some rule variations. Your mileage may vary in what rules you use or what rules you encounter. The rules we're going to play under tonight and the rules I give in the handout are actually different, or slightly different, and I'll sort of explain the differences when we get into the actual game we play later. But the important thing about any game you play, and I say this at every game I play, is you and your opponent need to agree on the rules before you start, and make sure you both understand all the rules so that you can enjoy the game. And if you don't like a rule in a game, then change it. That's fine too. All right, so a little bit of history first. Senet, also called Game of 30 Squares, also called the Game of Passing, or the Game of Passing Through the Underworld, dates back to roughly 2600, the 3rd dynasty of Hesse, 2686, 2613 BCE, that range. Various boards have been found, roughly 40 at the time I made this class. Boards, the pawns, the sticks, or knuckle bones in some cases. And there have been paintings found. Now, the biggest problem with Senet is that they found the games, they found the boards, they found the pieces, but they haven't found a set of rules. So the 2 sets of rules we're going to discuss tonight were made by were written post-period, way recently, based on the paintings and based on what they found in the grave goods and in the tombs and things. Which is why you're going to get 2 drastically different set of rules. So we look at games like chess and Nine Men's Morris that we've sort of passed down and are still being played. We have a better understanding of the rule set for them because they are more common in various parts. Senet wasn't like that. Senet was sort of very specifically played in Egypt and in that time period, and wasn't as popular later in period, therefore wasn't documented as well. Or if it was, the documentation we had has been lost. So the thing they have in common and then the 2 different rule sets. So all of the boards are 30 squares, and they're arranged in 3 rows or played in a reverse S pattern. The numbering matters. You're going to catch the numbering in a lot of the references in the rules here and later. I have seen some boards. I think the board we're playing on later is actually a smaller version of the board, or it uses less pieces than one of the 2. So when I play, I use the grid of 30. And I use 2 sets of pawns, and the pawns range from 5 to 10 or 5 to 7 generally. I play with 7 a piece personally, so it starts out with 14 pieces on the board. And then you need 4 sticks with one side plain and one side painted. Sometimes these sticks were convex on one side and flat on the other. Sometimes they're flat on both sides. You also could theoretically use a die, like a D6 or a D4 for this. Would give you the same idea. The sticks is interesting because it is what they used, what they had access to. There are a couple of special spaces on the board that we're going to get to in a second. Space 15 and then 26 through 30. These were always marked in some way. How they were marked was always a little different. 15 usually was commonly some sort of Ankh, and then 27 was usually some sort of water. 28, 29, and 30 were generally some sort of number, 3, 2, and 1, and we'll get to why in a second. All right, so this is a chase game or race game. So the two sets of rules will both reference that. What that means is that we're literally going to be chasing or racing to the end of the board. In this case, we're racing to get all of our pieces off the board first, or in the other rule set, getting them onto the board first, which is kind of odd. So the first set of rules, which is the rules I use when I play, is Kendall's rules. So this is what they call a simple chase variation. All right, so each player starts with 7 pawns or 5 pawns, each alternating on the first 14 spaces of the board. The first open square is 15, which is marked with an Ankh or similar symbol. It was used as the Ankh because it was the symbol of rebirth. It was where you go back to when you restart, and there's a penalty space later we'll look at. For movement, players would cast the sticks, and the number of painted sides would determine the distance a pawn could travel, ranging from 1 to 5. So you count the number of blank sides or the number of color sides, depending on which one you want to do. As long as you're consistent, doesn't matter. So in this case, 1 blank side would be 1, 2 blank sides would be 2, 3 would be 3, and 4 would be 4. If, however, you had 0 blank sides, because 0 did not exist in this game when this game was invented, 0 came in much later, it would be a 5. So again, they give you a 1 through 5. There is no option for 0. Players can move the pawn any number, move any one pawn, the number shown. And if a pawn lands on a space already occupied, then the 2 exchange positions on the board. And we'll kind of look at that in a second. Now, the special squares for Kendall's rules. The 15 was the House of Rebirth, or the starting square. This is also the return square for any pawns that land on space 27. Space 26 is a weird space, and this is a game that I find interesting, that is a space that is mandatory for all the pawns to go through. So essentially, it's like the entry to the exit, if that makes any sense. So 26 through 30 are the exit squares. 26 is the entering point for that, and all pawns have to stop there on an exact number. 27 is a House of Water. This is a space that can be reached by the pawns on 28, 29, or 30 if they have to move back. And then 28 and 29 were the House of Three Truths and the House of the Ra'atum. And I'm sure I'm butchering that, but it's close enough. Space 30 also has some names too. Generally, it translates something of 1. So for 28, you have to have exactly a 3 to get off. A 29 has to have exactly a 2 to get off, and then on 30, it would be 1 or higher. So any throw can get you off a 30. You also can use the variant rule that you have to have a 1, which I like personally, makes the game a little more difficult. All right, so that's a simple rule of all the pieces start on the board and moving off the board on the end. Now, the other variation in Bell's rules is a much more complicated getting onto the board and into position and scoring points. This makes more sense if you're playing multiple games in a row and trying to see who's the best as opposed to just win or loss. Because it's how much you won by matters. So the movement's the same. In this case, and this is where you see Bell and Kendall disagreed on which was painted or blank. It literally doesn't matter as long as you're consistent. But Bell uses the painted side as 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 4 blanks would be 5. Now, the pieces start off the board in Bell's rules as opposed to on the board. So in Kendall's rules, all the pieces start off in the first 10 spaces, or first 14 spaces, depending on how many you're playing with. In Bell's, they start in hand, similar to, I guess, like backgammon or backgammon when they get removed, same idea. When the first player throws, they place a pawn on the board in one of the symbol marking, so it's the marked symbol spots. So you're actually starting from what Kendall uses or what Bell uses as the end. or Kindle uses at the end, sorry, in the 1, 2, 3, 4, or 0 space on that end spot. And then a pawn can either move from there out, or a new pawn can be added depending on what your next throw was on your next turn. Pawns cannot be stacked. So same thing. Whenever a pawn arrives on square that's already occupied, the opponent's pawn is removed and must restart. So this is so instead of them swapping spaces, they're actually kicked off the board. So it's turned into more like the backgammon or the trouble or sorry mechanic of ejecting the piece, as opposed to in Kindle's rules, they never leave the board. Now the win condition in this one is the first pawn to reach square 1 earns 5 points and then sets the goal. That player's goal is then to reach every odd square, so 1, 3, 5, 7, and so on. With the other player's goal is to reach even squares. So it's sort of like when you're playing pool and you have stripes and solids. First player to score gets to set the precedence. So the game ends when both players have gotten all their pieces to the top row into their final positions. So either odds or evens, and then the first player to get there gets 10 points, and then they also get 1 point for each move the opponent has to make after that. All right, so the first player to get there gets 5 points. The first player to get all their pieces in place gets 10 points. And then that player also gets an additional point for every move their opponent takes after. So realistically, the first player to get their pieces in the spot is going to win that game, even if they didn't weren't the first to get their first piece there. But then it's a matter of how much they win by. So it really only makes sense if you're keeping track over multiple games. All right. So differences. So Bell and Kindle disagreed on the pattern, which direction they went. And then Bell's scoring system gives you the total win-loss or total points scored versus just a win-loss record. Other variations, obviously, there's a number of pawns we talked about. Usually 5 or 7 are the most common. The special rules for the certain squares varied slightly depending on which rule set you read in different texts, as far as people that have written about it. But generally, it's the same ideas. And then the two pieces together cannot be tacked. All right, so that's another rule that I think I missed in the actual description. When the pieces start out, they're separated. So black, white, black, white, black, white. As they move, they're going to swap spaces. Any two pieces together. So if I get two of my black pieces together, they then cannot be attacked. It's a blocked square. It's a protected square. And we'll actually see that in the rules we're going to play by in a second. So there's a couple of game boards. So these are recreations of games. So it was interesting. A lot of the Senet games. And this is how we know it's in the category of what I call the game of the royalty, or sort of a more high-class game, is their game boards were very fancy. And instead of being just a board with rocks, it was they're always going to be carved pieces, or it's always going to be sort of box, generally, with like drawers or places for the pieces to go. So definitely, and probably why it wasn't as popular later in period, or sort of popular outside of just the Egyptian tombs and just the Egyptian sort of royalty, because it was harder to attain. All right, that's that. I have a couple pictures up here I want to show. So there's a couple pictures of the pawn, or the sticks. So again, you see the convex concave. The pieces were often used as this, either cones or spindles. That's a common theme. It doesn't really matter what the pieces look like as long as they're different. There's also talks about having carved lion's heads, or the Sekhet, the beast heads, or bass heads, things like that. You know, depends on what theme you want your board to be. There's a picture of the board. Here's some other names. So House of Second Life, or the House of Power, House of Beauty, House of Humiliation, which would be the House of Waters, and then the 2 judges, and then House of Horus, or the last space there. So this plays into more of the some of the passing through to and through the underworld. These were sort of stages in that, and as this sort of moved through history, that a lot of that became more common. Whereas it wasn't just a game for fun; it was a game that was a sort of ritual. All right, so here. That's it. All right, so I'm gonna get the game pulled up real quick. Let me kill my screen, and I'm gonna bring back my lovely guest. Hi there, welcome back.
Thank you for having me.
So you feel like you know exactly how to play now? You know all the things you need to know?
Somewhat.
Okay. So also as a caveat, when I first started playing this game, I was not a fan. Did not like this game. Keith and I played it a couple times, and I just thought it was stupid. About the third or fourth time I played it, it made sense finally. And I was like, okay, something's doing wrong. And the thing we changed was when Keith and I first played it, we played it without the two pieces being together were blocked, and that made this game take probably 2 hours to play. And we were both mad at the end of it. Like, this game is stupid. Why are we playing this? But we changed the rules a little bit, and it made a lot more sense. And turns out, after a little more research, that was actually a common rule to be added. So we're going to play a little bit now. Let me see if I can zoom this a little more. That's a terrible view. There we go. Oh, too far. There we go. All right, cool. So wait a second. I believe it is your turn. If you want to take your first move there. So in this, it is rolling automatically for us. I say rolling automatically for us. It's flipping the sticks for us, and they're displayed here at the bottom. But it will tell us at the top what we can do. Unfortunately, it even highlights the pieces for us. For nobody who's watched my streams before, this is called Board Game Arena. There are lots of games on here. There are some period games, Nyman's Morris, Senet, French Tarot, a couple others that I've played on here that are awesome to look at. All right, so I'm going to take my third piece here and move 3 spaces to get me a set of 3, blocking in that spot. All right, I have to. Yes, I didn't like it, Kisa, because you kept beating me. That is correct. That is why I didn't like the game, because I lost. I'm also going to lose today because I always lose games when I'm playing them on streams. Another rule that this added in as well that I don't play with personally is a roll of 1, 4, or 5 allows the player a second turn. So that's something you'll notice here in a moment when it happens. All right, so I'm moving 2. So I had very few options, actually. I had the option of the front piece here or that middle piece because of the limit.
Oh.
4. And gets an extra turn. Look at that.
It's still my turn. This is wild.
It is, yeah. All right. So I got a 4, so I'm going to get 2 turns too. Let's see. We'll move this guy first. And I got a 3. Ugh, that's not good. We'll get this guy moving. So I've got push back to the beginning there. I like that. Just keep shoving him back. I think in the settings I can change it to use 7 pieces, but I noticed this uses 5, and it plays a little slower because there's less pieces because you're further back starting out. Let's see, I've got 2. I'm going to move that guy. So it takes a little longer to get past that first block. But once you get past the block, it actually moves fairly quickly. 4. Yeah, let's move that guy. Get all those together. And then move that guy.
Didn't you say something? When you keep them in pairs,
so anything together. So if they are adjacent in the S, they are safe. So right now, if you rolled like a 4, for instance, and you want to move this front piece, it wouldn't let you because you would be moving 1, 2, 3, 4 onto my piece, and it wouldn't let you because I'm blocked in that grouping. Now there is some debate of whether it's adjacent this way or not. I consider that adjacent personally because it would be, if it was in a straight line, that would still be adjacent. But some people don't. So that's an interesting sort of, again, a rules variation. I don't know if this does or not. It says adjacent, so sure. Look at you just moving on down there.
Come on, you can do it.
That. Just gonna get the 1 all the way out there. Is that the goal? Just shoot the 1 through. It works. I mean, they all got to get there eventually. So. Everybody's quiet tonight. Let's see. We have 7 people watching, though. I mean, nobody's watching. Just kidding. You're good. So everybody out there, so if you are watching, make sure you say hey in the comments. Let us know you're here. Talk to us. I'll just keep talking if y'all don't talk to me. So.
Hi, everybody. But I can't see anybody.
Can you see the chat on your screen too?
Just you and me.
Okay, so if you look, you should see a chat on the one side of the thing. There are like comments going through. There you go. There's one. Hi, Stephanie. I'll have to look at that. I haven't seen this from a guest view, so because I have all the extra stuff on mine, so I don't know what you see. I'll have to look at that next time. Ooh, we got a 4. Oh, rude. Rude. Good choice, good choice. I like that. There you go. All right, so now that piece needs a 3 to get off, and it's stuck there until it needs a 3. If you're forced to move that one, it does move backwards, and that's the tricky part.
Yeah.
All right, let's see here. I got a 3. Let's get this guy moving back forward.
Ooh.
Well, there you go. First blood. Move that guy up.
Aww.
All right, so I've got to move 4. I can't move my back piece because it would move me into one of my pieces, so I can't do that. But I can 1, 2, 3, 4 move that back piece. Move my line, I'm good with that, and then I'll move that one up and make me a line of 5. I'm just going to caterpillar the whole line down. That's the goal. Move that guy.
Oh, snap.
Wow, good move. Oh. So Catherine says she's just having fun watching the game. Good. I appreciate that people enjoy watching me play games with people. This is, I never thought, like, there was a joke made when I was doing one of my my game symposium classes that a lady's son was making fun of her for watching a gamer live stream that was medieval board games. People talk about watching Fortnite and Call of Duty and things, but nope, we're watching Egyptian board games. That's the kind of nerds we are, Look at you. See, I told you. Okay, I'm pretty sure I said I don't win games when I play them on live streams. Oh, that's right. It was you, Catherine. Good. Yay. I thought that was you, but I wasn't going to say that without remembering properly. All right, got to move 2. There we go. Her children are salty and savage. There you go. They're just not cool enough, Catherine. That's the thing. They're too busy with all the video games. Can't play the cool game like us cool kids. All right, I gotta get serious.
Oh.
Yes.
No.
Move backwards. All right, so yeah, so if you're ever forced to move and you cannot move a piece because something's blocking, you do have to move that number backwards, which really matters later on in the game when you get stuck in that last box and then move back and then get ejected. And it can be a game changer. 1, 2, 3.
That's why you always keep space.
Gotta move 1. Uh-oh. Splitting everybody up. It's not good. All right, let's see what I got here. Let's go with that one. Oh, it's still my turn. Goodness gracious. All right, there we go. I think I'm done now. Yay! Move backwards more. Yes!
He's blocking me.
See that? See? I play the long game. There you go. You got one past it. Yeah, we'll do that. Sweep.
What?
Do that. Oh, I should took the 3. I'm silly.
Hmm.
There you go. Let's move 3. All right, we'll go ahead and move on to the what's it called in this one? The House of Beauty. There it is. Moving on to the House of Beauty. All right, got to move 2. Move off of that. Got to move 4, so we'll move the back one up. We move 3, and first point for me. Look at that.
You got it.
I mean, I'm only behind still. It's fine. I've only played this game half a dozen times, and you know, I should not be losing, but I always do. Let's see. Well, I only have one choice. I'm going to move that one. Got to move 1. All right. Well, we'll step onto the House of Beauty there and start my path into the underworld. Got to move 2. And bump it up. Oh. Let's tie the game up. How about that?
Woo.
I like it. All right. Come from behind. I got this. Rude. 5. All right. Let's do that. Thank you for that. Appreciate you. It's okay. I'm not happy with it either because I'm gonna have to do that. And I don't like the wall. It's not good for either one of us, frankly. All right, gotta move 2. Let's do that. All right. Well, only got one choice. Nice, nice. Ooh, did she score the point? Oh, she does. All right. All right, we got to move 4. One choice. 4 again. And 1. We'll go ahead and do that. I'm good with that.
Good one.
Slide that up for 2. And it's your turn. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Wrong direction. Guess what? Switch. Oh, no! 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 I don't like you anymore. I do not like you anymore. Rude!
You're
right.
drowning.
I am now drowning in the House of Waters. All right, so hold on. Let me read this rule because this is the. Let's see, House of Waters. All right, it's a pitfall. If you have a stone drowning here, you have to decide whether to return the stone to field 15 or to take the stakes and risk to throw a value of 4. If you succeed to throw at 4, the stone is borne off.
Oh.
Okay. What if I don't get 4? All right. You know what? I'm gonna try to throw a 4. I failed. All right.
Oh.
I need my turn. Oh. Oh no. All right. Kick it back.
Oh.
Yes. All right. We're good. I'm good. I got this. I got this. This is exciting. I like it. All right. So you don't play against Egyptians at their own game, man. It's a bad plan. All right. Just keep rolling the 1s. I'll take it.
Oh no.
There you go. Move on back. Just keep going backwards. We're good. All right. That was literally 1 step forward and 2 steps back. All right, let's see. Do that one. And then we'll do that one. And then we'll do that one. There we go. Ooh, catching up. All right.
Almost.
And then 1 back. All right, that's fine. That was 5 forward and 1 back. You're at least making progress now. All right, let's bump this guy up a little bit. Keep that one safe. Oh, there we go. All right. I'm risking it. Jump into the House of Beauty.
Oh,
Yes. Blocked it. I felt it coming. Oh, there's my 2. There's my 2. And we're out. All right. I got to move 1 step into the water. No. All right. I'm going to risk it. I'm doing it. Going 4. That's not a 4. That was not a 4. All right. You needed 2. All right. I'm going back to start.
Oh.
Well, that was me losing as usual. So, thank you for that. No, that was fun. So yeah, so this game is really odd. So when you first play it, fair warning about that, you're gonna hate this game when you first play it. Definitely use the rules that are the either use less pieces, or make sure you use rules that are where the pieces block. Those make huge differences. Like I didn't like we debate on how much difference it would make, but I didn't think it would, but it does. It makes a huge difference. Because that game took us what 20 minutes to play, give or take. That was with us talking. It took us 2 hours the first game to play this. Because you think about it, a lot of those early movements we were just back and forth. We just bounced back and forth on top of each other in that block. And because there was no blocking it, we literally it took us that long to get out of the first section. We finally got a couple good rolls and moved out, but it takes that stopping those moves to do that. I also, when I first read this, I had trouble understanding the House of Waters thing and how that played. So it's nice to see it finally in that it was a choice to be made versus just getting ejected. That was kind of a cool mechanic. I like adding that. I'll probably add that to my actual rule set that I use. So there you go. So what do you think of it? So this is your. You said you watched videos, but this is your first time playing, right?
With a person, yes.
So what do you think? Favorite new game? Never gonna play it again?
I'd like to play this again.
Yeah. Well, we've got time actually, so this is set for now. You want to do another one?
I'd like to see you beat me.
I'd like that too, but I don't guarantee it's ever going to happen. So all right, let's do another one. Let's
You never know.
propose a rematch.
Propose.
Yes. Oh God. Board Game Marine likes giving trophies. All right, there we go. Only got the one this time.
Wait a minute. How do I?
You should have a accept propose rematch button somewhere. Sorry, it's terribly exciting, folks. I know. Any questions out there in Facebook or YouTube land? Anybody got any questions? There we go.
Continue.
Couple things from people that I posted links to my handouts and links to a RUM sign-in sheet. For those of you who don't know, RUM is the Royal University of Meridies. It is our fake college. Let's see, I'm white this time. Looks like I'm white this time. But you can get credit for this class. This is a games class. It works in is a sciences elective or for lectures in games. If you'd like to know more about RUM, you can hit me up later and I will tell you all about it because it is my favorite thing within the SCA. But basically, because it's a fun thing, I can check boxes and complete classes and earn a little cool certificate saying, "Look, you did a thing." I enjoy concrete goals. And RUM gives me that. But so yeah, if you will just fill out that little sign-in sheet, and I'll make sure you get credit for this class. I'll send it in on my monthly report. And feel free to download that handout and save the link to that handout because any updates I make will go into that link so you can get them later. And I'll be updating probably after this playthrough because I've now learned some new things. All right, I'm having to remember I'm white because I keep looking at the wrong pieces. Let's see. 1, 2, yeah, let's do that. I also enjoy that most of the Senet boards I've seen that I play like this are always black and white pieces because that's what mine are. Because Meridian colors. So, so it's nice to see the Meridian pride represented there.
Very cool.
So gotta move to. Let's do that. I don't want to move 1. What's that? Let's do that. And Kisa, I don't appreciate you, rooting for my opposition here. You could be supporting me. This is what I get. This is what I live with, Sekhet. You see?
I can't read any comments, so I don't know what's going on.
Do you see the one on the screen currently? If you look at the screen, you should see the one I popped up there.
Nothing. I have.
Can you see us on in the board on the screen, or are you just looking at the game?
I'm looking at the game.
Oh, okay. That would be why then. Yeah.
But I'm also going back to the StreamYard, and all I see is you and me.
Weird.
So I'm like, hey, this is kind of cool. So I don't have to worry about being critiqued or anything.
Again, we're talking. It's fun.
It's totally fine.
Yeah, I enjoy using. So I hate you can't see that. I need to look into that because what do you mean it's not? I know it's not my turn. I didn't do anything. Don't yell at me. I like using this StreamYard software to do these classes because it still gets people seeing it and being able to interact, but it also keeps it where I can control the camera views a little bit better and do the screen shares a little easier. At least from what I've noticed. We'll have to do some troubleshooting, see why you can't see things, because that's a problem.
Oh.
All right. Slide that bad boy up.
Ooh, that's a good move.
There we go. And that one. And that one. All right. There we go. Good series. I like that one. You're just gonna, jump way out there. That's fine. It's okay. We got that.
It's okay. You can.
See, oh, there you go. Sif is out there rooting for me. All right, I got somebody on my side. I'm good with this. At least somebody loves me, Kisa. So gotta move 2. Do that, keep it in line. Uh-oh. All right. Caught up here. We got one choice.
All the blogging ends at that one end.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
There we go. Get them all together. I like it. Move 3. Keep those together. There you go. That guy moving out.
Ooh. Look at you go.
Can't do that one. Do that one. push you back a little bit. Just a little bit. So that was rude. Didn't appreciate that. You also rolled a 3 and could have pulled your piece on the.
Could have.
Ooh, let's do that. I like how it's giving me the option. Oh, you can move the one into the House of Waters. That's fine. Why would you want to? That's a terrible decision. I see you smirking over there. I see that smirk. Uh-huh. Oh, let's play again, Cal. No, you'll beat me this time. Seriously. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. I think this is a trap.
How do I trap him?
What's that?
How do I trap him?
Yeah, I see how you're playing. That seems to be a good space for you. You've been rolling a lot of 3s, so I say rolling. That's why I hate playing with sticks, because you call it rolling. It's not really rolling. It's more like it's exit thing. All right, I'm coming for you. Ooh. 1 point.
Whoa.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Not that bad boy. We're tied. I mean, let's move 1. Gotta move 4. Gotta move 4. There we go. On a roll. On a roll.
Oh.
There it is. Into the water. Yes. So anytime you move backwards from the
turn to stone or throw a 4.
there, you're drowning in the water. So you can throw a 4 or move back to the space 15. That is not a 4. All right. Now we're getting somewhere. All right, she's going back. All right. Let's see. We'll move 1. And 4.
Oh.
There we go. All right. And he pulls ahead. All right, we're getting somewhere. We're doing good. Let's move that one onto the House of Beauty. So I could have moved my end one over here, but it is a much more open piece to be moved, so I want to leave it till I have to.
1 step. Not enough.
Hey, one step's better than 0. All right, we'll go 2 to the House of 3 Kings there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. All right, 1 choice. Only got 1 choice. 3 points. Yes. We're getting somewhere. All right.
You're gonna get this game.
I might. Or I'm gonna do that.
Oh.
Because now I've only got 1 option to move, so yeah, that's gonna happen. All right, moving forward 2. Oh, I can move forward 1. We're good. And 1 more. And 2 more. Yes! Come on! I'll take it. I'll take it. Into the house. Nope. All right. No valid moves. All right. I don't get to play anymore, apparently. I have no valid moves.
Oh my.
Because I've got to roll a 3 to get off of there, so I'm literally stuck till I roll a 3. So it is your game. Yep. Wow. I'm getting all these great rolls. None of them are 3s. You got the time to catch it up. I mean,
Maybe.
I really can't roll a 3 to save my life. Or in this case, my unlife, I guess. Relife? My relife. More appropriate. All right, that's 2. I just need one good toss. That's all I need.
Yeah.
One good toss. That's it. There it is. There it is.
Oh.
I have officially won a game on a live stream. All right. Thank you for that rematch. I appreciate you making me look good. Oh, hold on. I have to share this because that's funny. So, first victory. Like, it gave me a cookie because I won a game finally. Thanks, stream, or thanks, Board Game Arena. Rude. So yeah, that was fun. All right, so any last minute questions from the peanut gallery gathered? Any last minute comments from anybody? Anybody? No? Let me post a thing out there. Hold on. Any last minute questions or comments?
Oh. Oh, wow.
Are you seeing the chat now?
Yeah, there's a private chat and then there's a live comment chat.
Oh, yeah. Yep. I'm sorry. Yeah. So the private chat is only for people who are in the stage, in the studio. And the comments coming from both Facebook and YouTube. So you'll see the little icons.
Everybody's comments.
Yep. There you go.
Oh, hi, Catherine. Thank you.
Catherine's from Aidenvelt, so she tunes in these. That's been one of the benefits of the social distancing is getting people from other kingdoms to enjoy my classes.
The comments, like, oh.
There you go. All right. So, any last minute comments from you there, Lady Sekhet? Any commentary on the game? Anything you want to say? No, she's reading. Okay. So I want to thank everybody for coming out tonight. Thank you for coming. Thank you for joining me, Lady Sekhet. It was awesome. I want everybody to tune in next week. So next week we're doing Royal Game of Yore, Royal Game of Or. I'll be joined by 2 of my dear friends from Onstiora, Master Brian and Mistress Elena. They'll actually be teaching, so I'm going to be providing commentary while they teach. So that's going to be fun. And tomorrow I'm doing Intro to Board Games. So I mentioned RUM earlier, Royal University of Meridies. One of the things for that is there are some required classes. The Intro to Board Games is one of them. So tune in for that if you need that class or want to know more about that. And it's actually going to be my earning of my magister's degree, which is one of the higher level degrees of when you're teaching classes. Sort of my project was to redesign that class and redesign some of the gaming stuff. So that's been fun and sort of the thing I've been working on for the last about year and a half now. So if nothing else, I will end this, and it has been lovely, and thank you all for coming. And this has been Kalbardr and Sekhet in Kalbardr's Corner. Thanks, guys.